Hi everyone, Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com here for DevOps TV at the DevOps Enterprise Summit in San Francisco 2016. Happy to be joined by Daniel Perez of HPE. Hi. Hey Daniel, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Doing pretty good.
So Daniel, you're a veteran DevOps Enterprise Summit attendee and presenter, and you are presenting this week.
Correct.
On a little bit about what's going on with HPE, how they're utilizing ChatOps, and how this is all playing out on top of the background of HPE doing some divestitures.
Correct.
And things moving around. Why don't you give our audience a little bit of background into, well, we could talk a little bit about divestiture, but we can also I want to talk about ChatOps.
Sure thing. So essentially last year at DOS 2015, we showed our baseline integrations with ChatOps. ChatOps is a concept that we introduced at DOS in sort of like the speaker type thing. And we showed our baseline integrations, how we've started within our organization, some of what we've been doing with that. But I think this year we want to sort of double down on that. That's the topic of our title, doubling down on ChatOps in the enterprise. And we're showing how HPE has taken this ChatOps concept and proliferated it across the teams in our company. Now, one of the fun parts about that is that, in DevOps, it is a journey. You're implementing a lot of different new technologies, exciting new features and whatnot. But sort of in the spirit of DevOps, you shouldn't really keep that to yourself and only keep it within your team. You want to expand it. You want to sort of give it to other teams out there. And you mentioned this divestiture. There's a lot of teams out there that are being formed to succeed with the separation of HPE, and I'm thinking that it's a technology that can really benefit them in that sense. There's constant deadlines to meet. There's a lot of automations to be done, and I think this is somewhere where we can help expand and bridge that gap with DevOps.
Sure. So Daniel, let's dig in a little bit to ChatOps, though.
Sure.
A lot of people hear the term ChatOps, and they're thinking, glorified AOL Instant Messenger. I hope that doesn't show how old I am. but they're basically thinking online messaging tools. And that is an element of ChatOps,
Correct.
but it's so much more, right? It has become, whether you're using things like HipChat or Slack or what have you, it's become a rather rich and medium with depth.
Correct.
That allows for a variety of communications, not just text or even audio, but with APIs you can automate communication from systems and services and tools, so that everyone or the right people get the right information
Correct.
at the right time. And that's such a DevOps kind of concept, right?
Indeed. I'm glad you bring that up. Like you mentioned, there's so many tools out there that you can be a developer, a security researcher, you can be even within management, or maybe just an ops guy, trying to get work done. But a lot of the times these tools, whether they be defect tracking tools, source code management tools, you've got CI tools, they're all sort of disconnected. Nothing really brings them together, and I think that's where ChatOps sort of bridges that gap. Because like you mentioned, there's an issue that's happening and a message is sent to the room, automation kicks in and creates a ticket referencing historical data within that persistent chat idea in ChatOps. With the addition of HubeBot, you can automate these scripts and sort of bring all the information together, so you can start pulling in graphs, pulling in previous issues, pulling in the right people in the conversation to sort of fix issues. It's very powerful, I think, and I think a lot of organizations can benefit with that. But there's also some considerations too, best practices, how to get started, and I think one of the other topics I really want to talk about in the conversation in our talk is security, because it is a automation sort of centric technology, but you want to make sure that you're covering all your bases. You want to make sure that you've got your security head in mind and realize these chat tools, Flowdoc, HipChat, Slack, they are third-party tools. They're not hosted inside your company. So you want to make sure that you verify that your security teams are with them. You want to make sure that you're conscious of the data that you're posting in the room, scrubbing passwords and stuff like that. So it's really fun sort of thing to think about, and it's
you don't want to end up on WikiLeaks.
Oh, definitely not.
No. So Daniel, one of the unique challenges and use cases that you're focusing on at HPE now is the idea it's not just the HPE IT team that's using the ChatOps solution. With divestiture and so forth, you're actually having different companies, right, all working together within that same ChatOps interface, if you will.
Correct.
And from a security point of view, but also just from a workflow point of view, it's not homogeneous, right? It's not just single entity. It's multi-party.
Multi-part, correct.
And that for some might present a challenge. But it sounds like over at HPE, this is a challenge you guys are overcoming.
Sure thing. And like I mentioned before, keeping that security conscious hat in mind, making sure that we are divesting into multiple companies. We are making sure that the right data goes to the right place, and other data cannot be seen across. And along with that, tools that are being written, dashboards that are being created. I think ChatOps really helps bring that together in that sense. It's been a journey. It's not perfect, but that's the great thing about ChatOps, and also social coding in general, where we can just put this chat system, the source code, publicly available within our company, so that other teams within the divestiture offices that exist, or other R&D teams as well, can sort of leverage this and run with it. So.
Excellent. Well, Daniel, I wish you a lot of success on your presentation here. More importantly, I wish you a lot of success in your role with HPE as you guys continue to form the HPE of tomorrow.
Correct.
And using ChatOps as a great tool as that's helping make that happen.
Indeed.
Interesting stuff. Daniel Perez, HPE, talking about doubling down on ChatOps here at DevOps Enterprise Summit 2016 San Francisco. This is Alan Schimmel for DevOps TV and DevOps.com.
Thanks.